We are going to be adjusting how we do communion. It's something we do each and every week, and we are trying to be better. We're trying to steward our time a little better, and we're also just trying to steward how we do it in a way that's, well, frankly, a little bit more sanitary, and as well as a chance for those of you that may sit in some areas where when you finally get communion, you may feel like we're already moving on to the next thing. And so we're trying to get communion to everybody in a more timely fashion. So no, we're not going to have you lean your head back and drop communion down from the ceiling in your mouth. It's too expensive. But just to walk you through, I've been a believer a long time, and I've taken communion a lot of ways. When I started taking communion when I was a kid, these were glass cups. The tray weighed about 12 pounds. And so it was very nervous when you took communion because you didn't want to be that guy. But for the past few years, in fact, when I went to camp, we forgot communion one time, and so communion was Pop-Tarts and Pepsi. Jesus still loved us, still worked. So we've been taking communion like this for a while, and I've noticed there's some kind of standard approaches to how we do this. There's kind of the one, and I'm towing a fine line here, people. I get it, all right? So any complaints, my email is dmoore@canyonridge.org. So there's kind of what I call kind of the bingo move, where someone just kind of gets in there and then it's like, oh, B4, got it, good. So there's that. That's that kind of move, and as you pass it, the person next to you is kind of like, I don't want to dig in there because someone just, or sometimes you get it and the person before you is like, and I'm going to pass on communion today. Then there's like the strategic strike person who's learned that if you do that, listen, there's no judgment here, all right? Just calling it like we've heard, okay? So we want to help a little bit in a more sanitary way, and we want to be able to get communion to as many people in the same amount of time as possible. So we're going to be doing something called double cup. Greg, thank you very much. Imagine, these won't be the actual sizes of the new cups, by the way. But what we're going to do is going to have two cups. So they're going to be stacked on top of each other. We're going to get rid of the tray in the middle, and there'll be two cups. One cup with the bread on the bottom, like this, and then on the top cup, there will be the juice on the top. So the tray will be filled with cups. And as you pass, you will just take both cups out of that tray and hand it down the aisle. So no one has to dig in the bread, and you don't have to worry about any of that. You just grab both cups, pass it down the aisle, and move on. Our hope is we're going to have more people getting communion at the same time so that we can give you more time to kind of take some time to yourself in communion as well as being a little more sanitary.